an Indian startup which was founded back in 2005, much before Airbnb and Oyo was earning good profits. When Oyo Rooms came into existence in 2013, this startup which we are talking about already had covered more than 55,000 hotels and guest houses in more than 1100 cities of India. Rightly said, they had made a large hotel chain in India even before Ritesh Agarwal to pace in hospitality industry. While everything was going good, but suddenly in 2017, this startup lost battle with Oyo Rooms, closed its operations and came to an end. You might guessed it, I'm talking about Stayzilla. Stayzilla was founded by Yogendra Vasupal in 2005. The company was similar to present-day Airbnb and Oyo. However, being the first mover, the startup was on the path of disrupting the market at the earliest. If you want to know the strategies that were used by Stayzilla, which you must avoid to adopt in your business, stay till the end of video. Till 2013, Stayzilla was surviving without funding and earning good profits on each booking made through their platform, as they were not providing huge discount to customers and charging some commission from hotels for every booking made through their platform. When Oyo started in 2013, Oyo was also not providing great discount to customers because they also didn't have huge funds to burn in initial days. And in the same year 2013, Stayzilla got seed funding of $500,000 and started expanding in small towns of the country. Till 2015, both companies, Stayzilla and Oyo, were profitable with a very less amount of funding. But suddenly twist arises in the same year. Oyo got funding of $25 million in March 2015 and Stayzilla got funding of $20 million in February 2015. Both the companies were on the path of growth. On one side, Oyo Rooms had just 450 hotels under the brand. Stayzilla had more than 55,000 rooms listed on their platform. As a result of this funding, both companies started competing each other by providing huge discounts to customers and spending millions of dollars on marketing. Both companies were doing so in the hope of more funding in future. They were competing on the basis of one of the 4 P's of marketing: price. Both Oyo and Stayzilla started providing up to 50% discount on bookings to capture the market share. In a very short time, the entire amount of funding got utilized to ensure scalability. As the amount utilized, Oyo Rooms got another funding of $100 million in July 2015. And Stayzilla got another $9 million of funding in November of the same year. But this $9 million of Stayzilla were not enough to compete with Oyo, which was getting millions of dollars in funding one after the other. Then Stayzilla again tried to become profitable by removing discounts and offers, but all the customers had switched to Oyo as their prices were too low than Stayzilla. And the management of company was also not getting enough funds to survive in the competitive market. Finally, in 2017, Stayzilla halted all their operations due to lack of funds and tough competition. Most of the people think that the reason behind Stayzilla's failure is lack of funds. But this is the part of the entire picture. Let me clear the whole picture. The first step that startups are built on is solving problem for the audience, that is customer satisfaction. But the startup Stayzilla was not fulfilling this basic necessity. Till 2010-11, when the startup was profitable, they had entire focus on customer satisfaction, as the number of customers and hotels were less. It was very easy to coordinate with both of them directly through a phone call. But when Stayzilla started expansion in 2013, with the help of funding, the number of hotels and customers grew by multiple times. Complaints regarding confirmation of bookings, yet resorts record show no bookings, and detecting the number of services not available to customers, but no refunds at the same time. As Stayzilla was unable to provide memorable experience to consumers, their rebooking fell to nearly 3%. On the other side, rebooking of Oyo was nearly 86% at that time. If 100 people book an Oyo, 86 of them were likely to book again. But if 100 people book a Stayzilla room, only 3 of them were likely to book again. Now on one side their bookings fell dramatically, on the other side their operational expenses rose significantly. Until the company was operating on promoters fund till 2010-11, their operational expenses were too low because everyone spends his money wisely. As soon as they started getting funding from 2012, companies started hiring tech professionals, MBA graduates from all over the country. Even the former director of Twitter, Pankaj Gupta was also invited in Stagezilla, and the company hired nearly 500 professionals till 2013. This was typically an example of overhiring, and this overhiring was being conducted in the hope of future funding and future growth prospects of the company. This was the failure story of Stagezilla. But as entrepreneurs, what should we learn from it? The practices which we should not adopt in our upcoming startups. First is customer satisfaction. As every startup is formed in order to provide best service to the customer, but as the time passes, as the business grows, this goal of customer satisfaction gets lost somewhere too far. In case of Stagezilla, management became unable to coordinate with customers and hotel owners. Another learning is in case of discount and funding. In this era of business and startup, it's not quite easy for each and every startup to raise funds. As we have seen in the case of Stagezilla, Oyo was able to get funds and provide huge discounts to customers, but Stagezilla started providing up to 50% off on booking just in the hope of future funding, which was unsecured. It is the happy ending. If you want to know the strategies through which Pharmacy beat Reliance and Tata in e-pharmacy market, you can watch the same video from I button or link is given in description box. If you learned something valuable, don't forget to hit like button. Thanks for watching.